Hello, I thought I'd give an update of what's been happening since I haven't posted for a while. To be fair, I have been back at work, so at least I've got an excuse. It's funny, like all the stress of what's been going on happening before, and I've been sleeping fine to be fair, but go back to work, can't sleep at all. What's that tell you? So I've had the histology results back from the last operation. They removed the rest of my thyroid, and he said 10 other glands from my throat. They tested them, and the thyroid was cancer free, but out of the 10 glands, 4 of them did have cancer. So I'm taking this as a positive because you've got to. Less than half had cancer, and I don't have thyroid cancer anymore. Technically, I don't have a thyroid, but it's still a positive. Someone won't go to sleep. I think he wants his mum, but don't we all? My voice is still shot from the surgery. The consultant said it might take 2 or 3 months to return to normal. I had to move the vocal cords around quite a bit to get everything out, so they've done damage, but it's not permanent, so it's not too bad. My singing voice is not up to scratch, but then it never was. So I've been out a few times lately, and starting back at work, and I was at a party on Saturday night, and it's strange. People change when they find out what's happened. So people obviously don't know what to say, which is understandable, and ignore you, which kind of used to that anyway. But the worst thing I've noticed is people give you that look of pity, that look of shock. So the cancer spread. Cancer looks like it spread into my rib and a couple of other places, and they give you that look as though you're gonna die. I hate that. And it's strange when you get that look of pity, that look of shock when you're telling the cancer has probably spread to your rib. You almost turn into the counsellor, and I'm telling other people to calm down. It's all right, don't worry, you'll be fine. We'll have chemo, kick this thing, it's fine, don't worry. Pain in my rib seems to be a bit more noticeable now. I seem to notice it all the time. It just doesn't hurt that much. Just sometimes if I'm moving or stretching, or even if I take a sharp intake of breath, maybe sneezing is agony. Yawns are they're okay. I find being at work, I tend to yawn a lot, so I find work quite painful. The doctors prescribed me with some painkillers, codeine to cope with the pain in my rib. If you don't know, it makes you a bit constipated. So I had a few drinks on Saturday night. It's good to catch up with family and friends. And I wasn't drunk, but I was slightly wobbly. And on Sunday, I was hungover. I was tired. I was emotional. It was all building up. And I remember sitting on the toilet, thinking to myself, "Oh my God, how am I going to beat cancer if I can't have a poo?" So I've got the meeting with the oncologist tomorrow at James Cook to find out what the next step is. Luckily Karen chased it. They sent the appointment out to an address that I lived at about 15 years ago. Doesn't really fill me with much confidence. I've got to be honest, I'm bricking it about that. I mean, before, all I've had to do so far is just concentrate on getting better. Don't worry about anything. Work has been amazing. They just said, "Oh, don't worry about your job, it's fine, it's all good." And I've got nothing else to worry about. We just concentrate on getting better. Now it's better. Now we're on the next step. Hopefully they're just going to give us a plan of, radioactive iodine or chemotherapy that I need. And just eager to get it started as quick as possible and get this thing out of the way, but I'm bricking it. I've got to be honest, I am bricking it. Hardest part of all this is all the waiting around. It seems to move really slow, and sometimes you can forget about it, but then when that pain comes in my rib, that's just a reminder what's going on. We'll see. Just pumped. laxatives are working quite well, eh? Oh my god! Oh, Karen's going to be most pleased when she comes in. I'm really going to stick this on my vlog. Anyway, that's all I have. I'll put another update on once I've had the results from the oncologist and find out what's happening, and depending on how I feel and depending on how it goes. Quite enjoyed doing this just for a bit of therapy for myself, so you're supposed to say goodbye. Bugger off.